My initial inspiration began right here at this Sacred Threads exhibit 2 years ago. My daughters brought me to the exhibit, hoping that it would be helpful. It was just a month after my husband died. Many pieces here had a profound effect on me. I marveled at the images and ideas that the quilters had created with stitching and fabric, depicting joy, peace, healing. Thus inspired, I went home, cut up an old tablecloth, got some fabric paint, and began smoothing the paint on the cloth. Now, I've dabbled in many art forms in my life, but the soft, pliable fabric appealed to me. Using the screened-in back porch as a studio, surrounded by green trees and birdsong, I painted to relieve grief and pain and to remember. I was on a higher plane above the mundane world of tasks. I painted natural scenes of significance to me. Then words simply had to be added. When my quilter daughter recited an old Jewish prayer, the verses immediately resonated with me, and I made the first panel. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. Changing the last line to a very personal, I remember him. This panel and 2 other verses I put together in a wall hanging, my first memorial. As the cycle of the seasons rolled on, I depicted each in an appropriate color and mood, quilted it with applique, yarn, a stem, and felting, and stamped on a verse. Each panel evolved as I worked on it. I had no vision of the finished piece, but when all the panels were complete, I experimented with creating a harmonious design and finally quilted all the layers together. Since I wanted this Remember Them work to extend beyond my own husband and family, I invited family and friends of my Vitas Hospice Bereavement Support Group to add names of their loved ones to the scrolls attached. We remember them. As a teacher, there's a lesson I need to pass on. There is no cure for grief, but you can relieve the pain of your loss by creating a concrete remembrance. A quilt, a wall hanging. The creative process is healing and life-enhancing. You can express loss through creativity, engage with soft sensory materials, grieve for your loved one, celebrate his or her life, mourn with others. It's art from the heart.